Hey there guys, DMO73 here, bringing you some more spoiler coverage. We have our final ruler for the new set, Legacy Lost, and he is pretty interesting. So let's go ahead and just dig right in. So we have Lilias, Petal, Agent of Salvation. He is a human, Judgment 0, energizes for green or black, and that's it on his ruler side. Doesn't do anything. So usually when we see things that have Judgment 0, we have some pretty interesting effects when they flip. And that would be because he becomes a nine-tailed fox. And this tagline, this card cannot battle. So he, again, we have a ruler that can't fight anything. And it specifically says this card cannot be destroyed. So that's pretty interesting. He's never really going to be able to be killed. Unless you take away his abilities first, and then you can kill him. But other than that, he's just going to stick around forever. And he says he has the effect of banishing a wind resonator, a darkness resonator, and a killing stone. Search your deck, hand, removed area, and or cards you own from outside the game, aka your sideboard, for a wind or darkness chimera resonator and put it into your field. If you searched your deck, shuffle it, and play this ability only once per turn. And then you can tap him to shuffle target card named Killing Stone from your graveyard into your Magic Stone deck. So Killing Stone is his stone. So this is pretty interesting. The ability to interact with your sideboard is not something that he has explored a lot. We've had Valentina 2 who could do it, but now we have a ruler who interacts with it on a much kind of smaller scale, but a much more repeatable scale, which is pretty interesting. And we'll get to kind of his main target when we get there. So interesting card design, interesting idea. It's really based on what kind of he can bring out. Yeah, I agree, Alice. So then we have his Killing Stone. It is his Shock Rock. It is green-black. And then you can treat it as a Wind and Darkness Magic Stone. And when this card is put into a graveyard from your field, your opponent loses 100 life, and you gain 100 life. So every time it dies, you get to hit your opponent a little bit. So that's interesting as well. The fact that you're sacrificing the stone is definitely kind of weird, but it's part of the whole idea, and you get to kind of repeat it as necessary with your ruler. And so we have his first kind of main hitter. So this is Meat, the Beast of Gluttony. He is normally a 7-drop 15/15, but he's a Chimera. So you can grab this guy out of your sideboard with the Nine-Tailed Fox. It says, when this card enters your field, destroy target resonator. If you do, you gain life equal to its defense. So, that being said, you can instant speed bring this guy out because of Nine-Tailed Fox's effect. And then it kills something and you gain life and you have a 15/15 beater. So that's pretty interesting. I don't think he's like insanely good because he has no like protection from himself, and Levitine is still a card, so like, you know, you can oftentimes just sacrifice the thing that he would target anyway and stuff like that. But it is still interesting to see, and I definitely think that, you know, if you get this guy plus this guy in sealed, you're probably going to just win your sealed pool. It's pretty impressive. And then, so yeah, it's a pretty interesting idea. Oh, I definitely think that we need to see some other kind of chimeras for him to possibly grab before I'm sold on this ruler. Next up, we have the Messenger of Lilias Petal. When this card enters your field, search your main Magic Stone deck for a special Magic Stone, reveal it, shuffle the rest of your Magic Stone deck, and put that card on top of it. So, for some of you who remember back in the day with Scheherazade, when she was revealed, you got to kind of pick your first stone. And Messenger of Lilias Petal is essentially, you get to pick your next stone. And with 2-drop 6/6 stats, that's pretty affordable. So, I'm pretty okay with that. Pardon the background noise, guys. Alice is here, and she is deciding that she wants to share her opinion on this stuff through destroying stuff on my desk. So that's okay. But yeah, she likes this card too. I think this is fine. Being able to set Magic Stones, you know, control your Magic Stone deck is super important, especially for Nine-Tailed Fox. And then we have Lilias Petal's Assistant. So 3-drop 5/5. When this card enters your field, put target Wind or Darkness Resonator with total cost 1 from your graveyard into the field. So this is essentially a way to kind of help you cycle your cards for Nine-Tailed Fox's effect. You can grab your 1-drop, put it into play when you play this 3-drop, and then immediately kind of set up the ability to sacrifice both to get your big play from Nine-Tailed Fox. So pretty cool. I mean, it's dependent on your graveyard, but at the same time, you know, it's definitely something that you can make happen, and essentially turns, if you have the stuff that you need, essentially turns it into an instant 3-drop to get the bad boy out onto the field. So definitely something to be mindful of. And then last thing is we have Magic Stone Lifeforms. So this is a card that's causing a lot of tension and consideration. Yeah, I hear you, Alice. This is a card that's causing a lot of discussion. And that is, it's a 1-drop 3/3, but when it dies, it gets put it from the field. You get to produce any color will. So people are like, oh man, with Adam Brawley, this is crazy. Or with, you know, Turbo Gwyver, this boosts you up a lot, so you can do like the hook play with it, and, you know, ramp into like a Captain Hook or something like that. And I see that. I definitely do. But I think that, you know, a lot of good players right now are tweaking their decks to be able to beat Adam Brawley, to be able to punish Adam Brawley, to be able to do stuff like that. So I'm not necessarily sure how concerned I am with this card, but it is pretty interesting, and it also helps with Lilias when you are sacrificing it and your stone to play your big dude, so you can kind of at least produce another will that turn to be able to kind of make another play, even though you're sacrificing your stone. So what do you think, though, guys? That's it for today. Let me know what you guys think, if these guys are good or just kind of okay. What do you think of the idea of bringing more cards in from your sideboard? Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe as always. And until next time, this is TMO73 and Alice signing off.